Hi everyone, and welcome to the first video and the first ride of 2022. And New Year's Day saw me over Cannock Chase with some other members of the Cannock Chase MTB and e-bike groups for a group ride. So we started off on a couple of sections of the blue and then quickly headed off onto the Follow the Dog red route, and this one is high voltage, and the trails were running particularly well. It was great to get out and do some riding after the festivities. I think we were all feeling like beach whales and hungover and whatever from the previous night's festivities. So yep, this is high voltage, and you can see there I'm not doing too bad. I'm chasing Dell down the trail here, and he's not going too far ahead of me despite being a few years younger and considerably fitter than me. And I am a bit older than I was on the last video, having had another birthday in the meantime. So there you go, not doing too bad. The trails, I say, were running very well, despite all the rain we've had over the Christmas period and the few weeks before that. The trails are pretty dry, very grippy, and we were all having a great time, as you can see. So we followed the dog, as you might say, through this section, and I've got to say, I think I've said this many times before, this is one of my favourite sections. It flows so well. You can really nail it down here and give it some, because the consequences, if you do get it wrong, you're going to hit some of these trees, which is going to hurt. Fortunately, touch wood, he said, touching his helmet. That doesn't sound right, does it? So it's touch wood, I said, touching my head. Sounds better. I haven't come off and hit anything yet on here. So yeah, so there were 11 of us in the group running down through the trails. It was quite good fun. It was very nice to be riding with other people for a change. I'm normally Billy No Mates when I'm out for these rides, and it was quite nice to be following other people down the trails. I'm sure it makes you ride a bit quicker, doesn't it? This section is called Uncle Arthur, and no idea why. I keep wanting to call it Uncle Albert for some bizarre reason I don't understand. I'm sure you can tell me in the comments. But it's very nice to be chasing other people down the trails. There were 11 of us in total. If I remember rightly, there was Dell, Wayne, Nigel. Crikey, I forgot the other names. Donna, how could I forget Donna? And there was also Tyrone, who I think is about a couple in front of me, I think, on this one. So yeah, cracking ride through here. We then dropped down the Devil's Staircase and waited for the rest of the group at the bottom. So yeah, there are a couple of other videos of this ride. If you enjoy this one, I'll put links in the comments to Tyrone and Donna's video and any more that I become aware of. So you can watch this from all sorts of different angles. So there you go, all good fun. We actually did we started on the blue, we did a lap of Follow the Dog, and at this point, the decision point down here, we went across the road and had a play on Lower Cliff, because we kind of felt it would be good fun, and it was. We had 2 goes of it. So yeah. So here we go, this is the Insidious Incline, climbing the yeah, definitely tighter than Donna remembered. As we climbed up the Insidious Incline to the top of Lower Cliff. The sun was absolutely superb, so after the horrendous weather we've had over the last month, to be out in the sunshine, it really didn't seem like the 1st of January. But yeah, great to be out in the sun, having a bit of banter and a bit of fun with the crowd as well. And here I am, chasing down Lower Cliff, doing my best to catch up with Dell again, and not quite managing it this time. Although I was going quite quick down here. actually got a bit of wind noise there, which is unusual for the DJI. Must be the sheer speed I was travelling. I think they've done a little bit of work here on Lower Cliff, because I've noticed in a couple of places they've stopped some of the shortcuts and blocked them, and stopped some of the Strava lines, which everyone seems to blame the e-bikers for, and I always see the analogue bikes taking the shortcuts for some reason. But there you go. So that's another story we won't get into here. There you go. See, I'm catching Dell a bit there. You can actually see him on the other side of the hairpin. And there's Donna following me down there, but not quite managing to catch me, so I felt quite good about, because I was getting a bit quicker. That's one of the fences I was on about, where they stop people cutting through there. So then as you come down to this last bit of the Lower Cliff, you don't really get a lot of option but to shortcut the last bit, because so many people have done it now that it'd actually be quite dangerous if you tried to follow the last bend. So you'll see here as we all go around the left hand and across the bridge, no one tries to do the last loop. So we enjoyed it that much, we went back up, and this is Lower Cliff take 2, and this time I'm following Donna down. So I haven't included the full run of this one, but just the high points, shall we say, or not. I'll let you decide on that one. If you enjoy the videos, by the way, please think about bopping the like button. I'd really appreciate that. It does help the channel. And if you like seeing an old guy plodding through the trees, then think about subscribing to the channel. That it all helps. And by all means, leave your comments below, and I'll do my best to get back to you all and respond to them. If you like the look of these group rides, by the way, you can always come along and join one. If you look on the Facebook groups for Cannock Chase MTB or Cannock Chase e-bikers, the group rides are regularly on there. Just come along and join in, because every time I go out there's different people. So yeah, this is back across the road now onto Follow the Dog, and we sort of finished off the lap, having done a couple of laps of Lower Cliff. And this is sort of Chain Slapper, which used to be my starting point when I used to park at Takaroo, but it's obviously near the actual end of the official Follow the Dog route. Well, it feels like near the end. It's not quite as near as you think, if that makes sense. But it does flow rather well. I'm chasing Wayne down here through the stage, I think. I apologise if it's not Wayne. And off into Snow White. This bit always seems very slippy. The stones are very polished here. They only have to be a little bit damp. It's like riding on ice. So I'll blame the guys in front for holding me up on here. This is why I was going so slow. And notice, of course, I'm not taking any shortcuts. Unlike my colleagues on the analog bikes in front, who are taking a couple of Strava lines. There you go, look, see. Honest, I didn't take a shortcut. So there you go. Riding up into the sun. And this is into Let Loose now. Change the running order again. Black section was closed, which I was highly disappointed with. Not.
Oh, it's dark in here.
And yes, it's very dark in
Who
there.
turned the lights off?
Yeah, the camera doesn't really do justice to how dark it was in there. It adapts very well. But I think you can probably tell it goes a little bit grainy as it adapted. But it was coming out of the bright sunshine into the trees, it went very dark. So this is quite slippy in places on some of these stones through here, but it does flow rather well. I do like this section. I've got to be honest, I keep saying I do like this section. I like most to follow the dog and the monkey trail, if I'm honest. Probably because I know it so well, I can go at a reasonable speed, I think. Moved on then into Are We There Yet? Which we weren't quite, obviously. But there you go. Across Hughes Bridge.
Oh, back in the sunshine. Whoa!
Yeah. Some bright spark decided to lean his bike against a tree in the middle of the trail to take a photograph in the sun. Not a clever trick.
I almost smell the coffee now.
And into Stake Snadders. It's the last section as we drop down to Birches Valley and the promise of a hot cup of coffee, which I have to say Donna delivered on. So there you go. If you enjoyed the video, please bop the like button. That would really help. And think about subscribing if you want to see more content like this. Comments are always welcome, and I'll do my best to get back to them. And so if you want to join one of the group rides, just look on Facebook for the Cannock Chase MTB and Cannock Chase e-bike, and look out for them. Come along, enjoy us. We're not as mad as we sound. We're probably madder. And there's different people every time, but we all have a good laugh and everyone's welcome. So thanks very much for watching the video, folks, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.
Stunning. That was lovely. Blow the cobwebs out, didn't it?